Facts about Ramadan. Ramadan, a month of faith, reflection, and devotion. But how much do we truly know about it? For over 1 billion Muslims worldwide, Ramadan is more than just fasting. It's a time of spiritual purification, where hearts are softened, sins are erased, and souls are drawn closer to Allah. But behind the familiar rituals lie hidden gems of wisdom, historical insights, and scientific discoveries that many have never considered. Did you know that fasting has been practiced by prophets long before Islam? Musa, alayhi salam, fasted for 40 days when he received the Torah, and Isa, alayhi salam, also fasted for the sake of spiritual closeness to Allah. Fasting was never exclusive to Islam. It has always been a divine prescription for discipline, self-control, and purification. And what about science? Modern researchers now confirm what was revealed in the Quran over 1400 years ago. Fasting doesn't just cleanse the soul, it also cleanses the body. Studies show that fasting enhances brain function, boosts immunity, and even triggers cellular repair processes, a phenomenon known as autophagy, which won a Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2016. But Ramadan isn't just about the individual. It's a month of unity, where millions gather for prayer, break their fast together, and stand side by side in the nightly terawih prayers. It's a time when generosity reaches its peak, and the hearts of believers are softened toward the less fortunate. It is also a month of revelation. The first verses of the Quran were sent down in Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree, a night that Allah describes as better than 1,000 months, Quran 97:3. This is why Muslims seek this night in the last 10 days of Ramadan, spending their time in deep worship and reflection. Ramadan is more than a tradition, it's a transformative experience. From the divine purpose behind fasting to the remarkable impact on the mind, body, and soul, this sacred month is a masterpiece of divine wisdom. In this video, we'll uncover the most fascinating facts about Ramadan, facts that will deepen your understanding, ignite your faith, and leave you with a renewed appreciation for this blessed month. Let's begin. Chapter 1: The Origins and Significance of Ramadan. Ramadan is a month that holds a profound place in Islamic history. It is not just a time of fasting, but a period of divine connection, a sacred tradition that links back to the very foundation of Islam. But what makes Ramadan so special? Why was this month chosen above all others? To understand this, we must go back over 1400 years to the moment when divine revelation began. In the year 610 CE, during the blessed night known as Laylatul Qadr, the angel Gabriel, descended upon Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the cave of Hira. These were the first words revealed. Read, in the name of your Lord who created, Quran 96:1. It was in this very month that the Quran was first sent down, a guidance for all of humanity. Allah himself states in the Quran, "The month of Ramadan is the one in which the Quran was revealed as a guidance for mankind, with clear proofs of guidance and a criterion." Quran 2:185. This means that Ramadan is not just about fasting, it is the month of revelation, guidance, and spiritual awakening. It was chosen by Allah to be the pinnacle of divine mercy, the time when the heavens opened to bestow wisdom upon humanity. But why fasting? Many are surprised to learn that fasting was prescribed long before Islam. In the Bible, both Moses, alayhi salam, and Jesus, alayhi salam, fasted for 40 days. Even other ancient civilizations practiced forms of fasting for purification. However, in Islam, fasting was given a specific purpose. O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon those before you, so that you may attain taqwa, God consciousness. Quran 2:183. Taqwa. This is the ultimate goal of Ramadan. It is not just about abstaining from food and drink, but about disciplining the soul, strengthening the heart, and cleansing oneself of distractions. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described fasting as a shield, a protection from sin, and a means of drawing closer to Allah. He said, "Fasting is a shield, so when one of you is fasting, he should neither behave obscenely nor act foolishly." From Bukhari and Muslim. But beyond the spiritual, Ramadan also carries a deep communal significance. It is a time when families gather for iftar, when the masjids are full for Taraweeh prayers, and when charity reaches its highest levels. The rich feel the hunger of the poor, and generosity becomes second nature. Even non-Muslims have been amazed by the discipline and unity displayed in Ramadan. In history, Islamic civilizations saw this month as a time of great progress, not just spiritually, but also intellectually and socially. Many scholars continued their studies, leaders made major decisions, and history itself was shaped during Ramadan. One of the most remarkable examples is the Battle of Badr, which took place during Ramadan in the year 624 CE. This was the first major battle between the Muslims and Quraysh, and despite being vastly outnumbered, the Muslims emerged victorious. This victory was not just a military success, but a symbol of faith, resilience, and divine support. Similarly, the conquest of Makkah also took place during Ramadan in 630 CE. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and his companions entered Makkah peacefully, demonstrating mercy and forgiveness even toward their former enemies. Ramadan has always been a time when history shifts, when the believers are tested, and when faith leads to triumph. This sacred month has been observed for over 1,400 years, unchanged and unwavering. From the deserts of Arabia to the bustling cities of the modern world, Muslims everywhere still answer the divine call. So whoever among you witnesses the month, let him fast. Quran 2:185. Ramadan is not just about hunger, it is about history, revelation, and transformation, a timeless journey that connects every believer to the very essence of faith. Now that we've explored the origins and significance of Ramadan, let's dive deeper into the science behind fasting, how it affects not just the soul, but also the mind and body. Chapter 2. The Science and Health Benefits of Fasting. Ramadan is often viewed as a purely spiritual practice, but modern science has revealed that fasting has profound effects on the human body and mind. While Muslims fast primarily for the sake of Allah, the benefits extend far beyond the soul. Scientists and researchers have spent decades studying fasting, and their discoveries confirm what was already mentioned in the Quran over 1,400 years ago. Fasting is not just an act of worship, it is a healing mechanism, a detox for the body, and a reset for the mind. The physical benefits of fasting. One of the most remarkable discoveries about fasting is autophagy, a process where the body removes damaged cells and regenerates new, healthier ones. In 2016, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for his research on autophagy, proving that fasting activates this process, which slows aging and reduces the risk of diseases. When a person fasts, their insulin levels drop, triggering fat burning and cellular repair. This process reduces inflammation, lowers blood sugar, and even boosts brain function. Studies have shown that fasting increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, also called BDNF, a protein that enhances memory and protects against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But that's not all. Fasting also improves heart health by reducing bad cholesterol and blood pressure, enhances digestion by allowing the gut to rest and repair, strengthens the immune system, making the body more resilient to diseases, promotes weight loss as the body burns stored fat for energy. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, hinted at this wisdom long before modern science could prove it. He said, "Fast, and you shall attain health." Ibn Majah. The son of Adam fills no vessel worse than his stomach. From Tirmidhi. Through fasting, the body learns self-control. It becomes stronger, healthier, and more resilient. The psychological and emotional benefits of fasting. Fasting is not just about the physical body. It has profound effects on mental health as well. In a world consumed by distractions, fasting forces the mind to slow down, disconnect from worldly pleasures, and focus on what truly matters. During Ramadan, Muslims often experience a greater sense of peace, discipline, and mindfulness. Studies show that fasting increases dopamine and serotonin levels, improving mood and reducing stress, enhances focus and concentration by eliminating distractions, teaches emotional control, reducing anger, anxiety, and impatience, helps combat depression and negative thoughts by fostering a sense of purpose. This mental clarity allows believers to reflect, make better decisions, and connect deeply with Allah. Many report feeling a sense of tranquility and happiness that they don't experience at any other time of the year. Fasting also increases self-discipline, as it requires the suppression of desires. This control over one's impulses carries over into other aspects of life, making a person more patient, resilient, and mindful. Fasting as a spiritual detox. Beyond the physical and psychological benefits, fasting is ultimately a spiritual cleanse. It removes not just toxins from the body, but also toxins from the soul, sins, bad habits, and distractions that pull us away from Allah. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "O you who believe, fasting has been prescribed upon you as it was prescribed upon those before you, so that you may attain taqwa." Quran 2:183. This taqwa, or God consciousness, is the ultimate goal of fasting. It is what makes Ramadan a time of transformation. The hunger, the thirst, the self-restraint, all of it is designed to purify the heart and bring the believer closer to their Creator. Fasting also teaches gratitude. When a person abstains from food and drink for hours, they gain a deeper appreciation for the blessings they often take for granted. They understand the struggles of the poor and develop greater empathy and generosity toward those in need. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of this spiritual purification when he said, "Whoever fasts Ramadan with faith and seeking reward, his past sins will be forgiven." From Bukhari and Muslim. Many people who fast get nothing from their fast except hunger and thirst. Ibn Majah. This reminds us that Ramadan is not just about abstaining from food. It is about elevating one's character, purifying the heart, and striving for a deeper connection with Allah. Now that we've explored the science behind fasting, let's look at how Ramadan fosters a sense of community and unity among Muslims worldwide. Chapter 3. The Power of Community and Unity in Ramadan. Ramadan is not just about personal transformation. It is a month of unity, where millions of Muslims around the world come together in worship, charity, and shared devotion. The power of community during Ramadan is one of the most remarkable aspects of this blessed month. No matter where you gather, in Mecca, Cairo, Jakarta, or New York, the spirit of Ramadan is the same. As the sun sets, families, friends, and even strangers gather to break their fasts together, reinforcing the bond of brotherhood and sisterhood. But beyond the iftar gatherings, Ramadan has a far greater impact on social cohesion, global charity, and a shared sense of purpose. Breaking fast together, a symbol of unity. One of the most beautiful moments of Ramadan is iftar, the time when Muslims break their fast together. Across the world, mosques, community centers, and even streets become places of hospitality and generosity. People from different backgrounds sit side by side, sharing dates, water, and meals, regardless of race, status, or nationality. Peace be upon him. This tradition is deeply rooted in the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who emphasized the reward of providing iftar to others. Whoever gives food for a fasting person to break his fast, he will have a reward like theirs, without that detracting from their reward in the slightest. From Tirmidhi, the act of breaking fast together strengthens relationships, encourages compassion, and reminds Muslims that Ramadan is about more than just personal devotion. It is about building a supportive and loving community. Tarawih and the power of congregational worship. Beyond iftar, another powerful unifying aspect of Ramadan is Tarawih prayers. Every night, millions of Muslims gather in mosques to stand shoulder to shoulder in extended prayers. The rhythmic recitation of the Quran, the collective bowing and prostration, it all reinforces a sense of belonging and shared faith. Even those who are not regular mosque-goers find themselves drawn to the beauty of communal worship. In some of the largest mosques in the world, such as Masjid al-Haram in Mecca and al-Masjid an-Nabawi in Medina, thousands pray in unison, their voices echoing in devotion. This act of praying together, feeling the presence of others on the same journey, strengthens spiritual discipline and commitment. It also serves as a reminder that Ramadan is not just about individual growth, it is about the strength of the Ummah, global Muslim community. Charity. The generosity of the Ramadan spirit. Ramadan is also a time when charity reaches its peak. Muslims are encouraged to give zakat, obligatory charity, and sadaqah, voluntary charity, ensuring that no one is left behind. The best charity is that given in Ramadan. From Tirmidhi, from feeding the hungry to funding schools and hospitals, Ramadan is a time when Muslims are reminded of their responsibility to care for others. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was known to be even more generous in Ramadan than at any other time, a quality that continues to inspire millions today. Charitable initiatives multiply during Ramadan. Food drives are set up in impoverished areas. Mosques organize meal distributions for those in need. Wealthy individuals increase their donations, ensuring that everyone can enjoy the blessings of this month. This culture of giving strengthens social ties and spreads kindness, making Ramadan a month where the world feels a little lighter, a little more compassionate, and a little more united. A month that unites the world. The beauty of Ramadan is that it transcends borders. Muslims in every continent, every culture, and every time zone experience the same struggles and joys. Whether one is fasting in the long summer days of Norway or the shorter daylight hours of Indonesia, the unity of Ramadan remains unchanged. Even non-Muslims often recognize the impact of Ramadan. Many join their Muslim friends for iftar, some try fasting out of curiosity, and workplaces make accommodations for those observing the fast. This widespread recognition further solidifies Ramadan as a global phenomenon of peace, discipline, and reflection. The lessons of Ramadan's unity. As the month draws to a close, one of the most emotional moments arrives: Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast. On this day, millions of Muslims around the world come together in celebration, offering prayers, exchanging gifts, and expressing gratitude for the blessings of Ramadan. But the real question remains, do we carry this sense of unity beyond Ramadan? Ramadan teaches that unity, generosity, and discipline should not end when the month is over. The sense of brotherhood, charity, and collective worship should continue, shaping how we treat others throughout the year. Now that we've explored the power of community in Ramadan, let's reflect on how this month changes a person's character, discipline, and long-term spiritual growth. Chapter 4. The lasting impact of Ramadan. As the final days of Ramadan approach, a bittersweet feeling fills the hearts of Muslims. The month that brought so much spiritual discipline, unity, and self-improvement is about to end. But the true essence of Ramadan is not limited to its 30 days. It is meant to shape the believer for a lifetime. Ramadan is not just a test of patience and devotion. It is a blueprint for living a life of purpose, mindfulness, and gratitude. The real challenge is carrying its lessons forward, to continue practicing self-restraint, worship, and generosity, even when the fasting has ended. Discipline and self-control beyond Ramadan. One of the greatest gifts of Ramadan is self-discipline. For an entire month, Muslims refrain from eating, drinking, and indulging in desires from dawn to sunset. This level of control is a powerful reminder that humans can train their minds and bodies to resist temptation and build better habits. The ability to wake up for suhoor, pre-dawn meal, pray regularly, and avoid harmful speech or actions should not be abandoned after Ramadan ends. Peace be upon him. The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small. From Bukhari and Muslim. This means that the self-control learned in Ramadan should extend beyond fasting. It should shape how we speak, how we treat others, and how we structure our daily routines. For many, Ramadan is a time when they abandon bad habits, whether it's reducing screen time, avoiding gossip, or controlling anger. The real test is maintaining these improvements long after the month is over. The importance of continued worship. Ramadan pushes every believer to increase their connection with Allah. The long nights of Taraweeh, the deep reflections during Quran recitation, and the heartfelt supplications create a bond that should not be severed when Eid arrives. Many Muslims pray more consistently during Ramadan than at any other time. This proves that it is possible to prioritize salah, prayer, even in busy schedules. The goal after Ramadan should be to maintain this spiritual connection. Be mindful of Allah, and He will take care of you. From Tirmidhi. Even if someone cannot pray long night prayers after Ramadan, praying on time, making dua regularly, and staying connected to the Quran should remain a priority. Charity and generosity as a way of life. Ramadan is the month of giving, but charity should not be seasonal. One of the biggest takeaways from Ramadan is the realization that helping others brings joy, peace, and barakah, blessings, into one's life. Many people give zakat or donate meals to the poor in Ramadan, but the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, encouraged charity year-round. The best of people are those who are most beneficial to others, from Ahmad. Small, consistent acts of charity, whether it's feeding someone, donating to a cause, or even smiling at a stranger, continue the spirit of Ramadan throughout the year. Maintaining the spirit of gratitude. One of the most transformative aspects of Ramadan is the ability to appreciate simple blessings. Fasting teaches people the value of water, food, family, and health, things that many take for granted in daily life. After Ramadan, this attitude of gratitude should remain. Every meal, every sip of water, and every moment of good health should be seen as a gift from Allah. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in blessings. Quran 14:7. By continuing to practice gratitude, a person finds contentment, peace, and a closer relationship with their Creator. Eid al-Fitr, a celebration of renewal. As Ramadan ends, Eid al-Fitr marks a joyous conclusion to a month of discipline and devotion. But Eid is not just about new clothes, feasts, and gifts. It is about celebrating the spiritual renewal that Ramadan brings. Eid is also an opportunity to reflect. Did I improve as a person during Ramadan? Have I strengthened my relationship with Allah? How can I maintain the habits I built this month? Ramadan should leave a lasting mark on the heart, a reminder that faith, discipline, and generosity should not fade when the month ends. Carrying Ramadan in our hearts year-round. The true success of Ramadan is not in how well a person fasted, it is in how well they continue its lessons throughout the year. If a person leaves Ramadan with a cleaner heart, a stronger faith, and a deeper sense of gratitude, then they have truly gained from this blessed month. Perhaps you dislike something, but it is good for you. Quran 2:216. The struggle of fasting, the discipline, and the sacrifice, it all shapes the believer into someone stronger, more patient, and closer to Allah. Ramadan ends, but its spirit should live on in the hearts of those who experienced its blessings. What have we learned? As we come to the end of this journey, Ramadan has shown us that it is far more than just a month of fasting. It is a time of spiritual growth, self-discipline, and unity. It has a deep impact on the mind, body, and soul, teaching us gratitude, patience, and self-restraint. We have explored the origins of Ramadan, the scientific benefits of fasting, the power of community, and how the lessons of this blessed month extend beyond its 30 days. But the most important question remains: how will we carry the spirit of Ramadan forward? Let us take the self-discipline we practiced and use it to improve ourselves daily. Let us keep the Quran and prayer close to our hearts. Let us continue the spirit of giving and maintain the unity and compassion that Ramadan brings into our lives. Because Ramadan may end, but its lessons should last a lifetime. Thank you for watching. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. May Allah accept our fasts, prayers, and good deeds, and may we all emerge from Ramadan as better, stronger, and more faithful individuals. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Quran 94:6. Until next time, stay blessed and keep growing.